good. We're good. Okay. So, in the hang on, you can do intros.
In the bottom left-hand corner of our screen, we have the red Protoss from Best Friends Forever, 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 Forever. It's Wonkman. And in the top right-hand corner of our screen, we have the blue Terran, who is a Dirtybag.
Is a dirty
We all
bag.
know.
We had Dirty Bag play versus Nap, and that just eventually gets to become Dirty Nap versus Bag. Just naturally evolves that direction.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, tell me a little bit about this map. I've never seen it before. It seems very...
It's made by Superhuman, if you know who he is.
I don't know any superhumans on the regular thing.
He made Cloud Kingdom.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So he's a pretty good map maker, to say the least.
Oh, yeah, I do know. Now that you're saying... I've always seen it in text. I've never heard it said out loud. So
Superhuman.
Yes,
He's superhuman because he's French.
Human.
So he doesn't
Yeah.
put the H in there. He's very
Yeah, man.
French. It's
What's
kind of
the point
funny.
of the
I
H?
I have him on Skype, and every time he logs on, he changes his name to something funny. He's incredible. It's really weird. Like, who is this guy? Oh, it must be him because I've never seen him before. So they're gonna meet each other in the middle here and scout. It's very choky and very rampy. It reminds me very much of Heartbreak Ridge from Brid War.
Yeah,
Ramps and
choky and
expansions.
rampy for sure. That's actually the first thing that I said. Good,
Oh.
good God, ramps.
What's interesting to note though is that the expansions on the south side of the map, like towards the southwest side, are all like very choky, like very easy to defend. While the expansions on the north west side, no, yeah, that's west. Okay, it was southeast and northwest, whatever. I'm horrible with these things. They are much more open, so they tend to start expanding towards south and west.
That's interesting to have that kind of an option where it's like, oh, you can expand in the area where it's more choky, or you can expand to the area where it's more open.
Yeah, each has their advantages and disadvantages. It's easier to drop the bases in the southwest positions, but they're easier to defend versus non-drop play. So, Zergs of course tend to go to the southwest part because they like to, wall off with tiny chokes.
Yeah, because of the lurker, I'm gonna say. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like generally speaking, the Zergs from StarCraft 2 want the more open.
Yeah, no,
Tight
yeah,
areas.
it's completely different. It's because of the lurkers. Yes, it's very different. But this is more thinking versus. No, actually, it's versus Terran as well. That's
Is
what's
he
more
gonna
I gotta get the.
Oh wow, he almost got a kill. Didn't manage to pull it off, but
Oh.
he almost got a kill
These.
with his scout.
Let's just point this out. I've been watching Wonkman's stream, and he's a very competent player. He just beat Buckfast, who's number 2 on the ladder, I think. And Dirtybag is pretty much the best Terran we have, so both of these players are really good. Dirtybag, for some reason, doesn't seem to deliver as well in tournaments as he just does in normal games. But he has this... Oh yeah, he's gonna... Oh, wow! He's not even gonna get a siege tank, man. He's just gonna go straight for vultures with spider mines. This is gonna be interesting. And sometimes he makes one... Like, sometimes he makes the tech lab on the barracks and just makes one medic before he swaps it over to the factory, so the medic can be used for optical flaring any warp prisms with reavers early on. It's a really cute play to counter early reaver harass.
Talk to me about optical flare. What does it do? Why is it useful against reavers?
It blinds the warp prism so it doesn't have any vision. And then everything becomes super scary. When you try to drop with only one warp prism that can't see anything, then
Oh, okay. So you can't find a good position, and you can't.
like you
run
don't know
out.
if his marines are close by or if they're far away, right?
Right.
So it's very scary. Like, it doesn't die, and it used to be permanent, and it was no upgrade, and it was like, okay, that's too OP. So
Wow.
So we changed it to, like, I think it's 45 seconds now, so it's still pretty long.
Cool. Oh wow, catching this Dragoon out of position. Should be able to finish it off with a very fast, very fantastic vultures.
It is, and this very choke.
Very choky choke. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Thank you.
They'll be going down the choky choke, over towards the rampy ramp, where the Dragoon is waiting, trying to push up the rampy ramp through the choky choke right now.
Very nice
Yeah,
mic
this
placement
looks like
there,
a pretty nice little push over here. We got the
Wow, that was
position
really
over
nice
here.
mic pickup. That's a lot harder now than it used to because we changed the damage point. Okay, I'm saying technical words I shouldn't be talking about. But hey, we got more than 200 viewers now. Hype.
Hype. Okay, and he's trying desperately to keep that Dragoon alive. I don't think he'll be able to take out this base. He does manage to leave a spider mine behind it. It's going to contact nothing at all. Unlike the Widow Mine, the spider mine does not need detection to be taken out, but it is helpful. It is nice. And still, the red Dragoon lives.
It does.
And not the Dragoon that's on the red team, the one that has red health.
It's kind of opposite in Starbow. Like, the red army in Starbow is usually not the best one. Well, it's kind of the same in real life too, I guess. You did win the Cold War.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But, I mean, statistically, you know, red is just the better color. Everyone knows that.
Okay,
You know?
okay.
Just from a pure, you know, empirical data, evidence, red is better than blue.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know they did like a survey on that.
Yeah, there's tons of data on it, and science also.
Especially science. Lots of science.
Yeah, lots of data and science. There are at least 3 or 4 science that agree.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a lot. That's more than 1 or 2, actually.
Yeah, it is more than 1 or 2.
Strictly
That's
more
math.
Oh, he's gonna run into the
Really
spider
on a
mine,
math
but he's
teacher.
gonna kill a vulture in the meantime, though. That's a good way of cleaning up mines. Just send 1 dragoon ahead of the others. It works. The mines are gone.
The mines are gone at the cost of a dragoon. Mines aren't really costly.
But he did get that barracks, and that's a little bit annoying when he's gonna try and add more factories, especially if he wanted to go for like a 2-base timing, because he's gonna need a couple more factories for that. The dragoons are gonna do like, wow, they're being really like bold, to say the least.
Tanks are up now. Siege is done.
Yeah,
He should be able to hold this off. He's got a really nice arc right on this choke point, and there's pretty much no other way in the base. So I feel like taking a third is going to be the move for Wonkman now, at least what we've seen.
Mr. Wonky is going for a Reaver, though. That's going to be interesting.
Ooh, nice bit of scouting here. He has this vulture here. Really good forethought. And going to be expanding north instead of south.
Interesting. It's kind of hard to expand south for him, though, as his main base is... Okay. Anyhow, so Dirtybag senses something and puts up a missile turret. Is everyone stream cheating here? Should I put on a delay, or I guess it's just common sense?
I think it's common sense, because you think about it this way. You know, you're the 2-base mech player. You're going against the 3-base Paras player. The Paras player is going to try to do something to you, and they can't walk in your front door. So the only way it's going to happen is drops. Like, that's just, to me. I don't even play Starbow, and that just makes sense to me. You know?
Yeah. You should play Starbow though. But
I should play Starbow. As soon as I'm done doing the 100 million other things that I do, play Starbow.
It's right there on almost on top of the list. Oh, I need to take care of admin stuff. Hang on.
Alright, in which case I'll be taking over the casting, so watch out. Major run by here. We got 7 vultures going across to this base that has no workers. Not going to be able to get much done there. In the meantime, the natural is totally protected.
Reaver is in there, in the main base.
Wow!
Oh, he's gonna get some workers.
Nice hits off there.
It is, but the vultures in the meantime are gonna make sure there's gonna be no workers on that other base. So, kind of denying each other a little bit of that freedom, you know, kind of like the socialists would deny the communists their freedom and rights. So,
yeah.
Again, the Red Army, man.
Red Army all the way.
So
said no politics, but
yeah,
but it is working our way into our lives.
Throwing it in there.
As is the way. So really nice harass here. Gonna place these mines to slow down the dragoons here.
Reaver.
Gonna be running around the back. Gonna try to get some worker kills. No, it looks like he's somewhere else.
Why are you not dropping that Reaver? He has a Warp Prism in a perfect position, and now it's gonna...
Oh my god, is the turret gonna kill that? Oh, almost.
Well, he has to deal with
forgotten about that slightly. Oh my god, 6 hit points. What in the hell? Vultures over here trying to kill buildings, but they really don't kill buildings at all.
There's also been a random zealot in Dirtybag's main base for a long time now. Yeah, things just happening in this game. Kind of hard to
workers
commentate
killed
on stuff
11
like
to
that.
4. So.
Well, the workers are doing a good job chasing down this vulture, which is surprising. Well, okay, good job is kind of optimistic.
You're solid. The 2 sets of harass has been defended, and we have a big dragoon force coming out for a frontal put. What is he? He can't.
Be so careful! Oh, be careful!
Oh my God! 1 hit point on the warp prism. This is the craziest warp prism ever. It's so.
Man, Wonkman, he really has a red army. Like, man, this is happening. Yeah. Oh, Dirtybag is killing his own mines to move out. That's actually kind of smart. He wants to
because the splash damage could hurt himself.
Yeah,
and he wants
Artosis is really good with that too.
Oh,
dragoons! Oh, no.
Got no reason to be over here right now at all.
There we go. Maybe I should move. They're going through the choky choke again, so okay.
Choke. Up the ramp and ramp of the chokey choke.
It's
So
kind of
watch out
like
for
a
that.
train, I feel now. It's a choke choke. That one poor siege tank is definitely taking the wrong route.
Alright, here I go. Oh my god, Dragoons! And then he dies, you know, just like that.
Nice. I wish the giant Ursatron actually started attacking these Dragoons though. Okay.
That'd
So,
be cool.
we're gonna have some
Oh, he's gonna
action
get-
out on the arc
it's
itself.
gonna be
That
fine.
Reaver is way out of position, but
Quite a bit of damage.
that
Oh wow, that's
Scarab is
flashbang.
really good. And
That was a Reaver bomb. That's what just happened. Drop the Reaver on top of the tanks. I mean, Zealot's a slightly more cost-efficient way to do that, but hey, you know, you work with what you have.
I was
And what
surprised
Dirtybag
how
has
well
is
that
3
Reaver.
vultures going across the map.
Yeah, I was surprised how well that Reaver bomb worked actually. And he's actually cleaning up the vultures with slow zealots. You don't see that every day. And the very red War Prism is still alive and coming back to charge up, I guess. We still haven't seen much use of like the new stuff in Starbow. There's been a lot of new stuff from the last patch, especially the heal with the pylon, the energize thingy.
Mm.
But I guess we'll hopefully see it some. I don't think Wonkman's played that much lately though, so he might not be too familiar with it. Also,
Alright, so
just
getting in position with these tanks, covering that choke, making it difficult for Wonkman to get in there, but he's gonna go in.
he's gonna
make it through. He's gonna deal some damage here.
and he can actually rift out. I was gonna say these Dragons are gonna get stuck, but they can actually rift out. So
Yeah, he's been here for quite some. He's just hanging out there dealing damage, and there's no response really from Dirtybag. Finally getting some units in there to do something.
man, Dirtybag being kind of like the county office, you know, it is a response, but it's a very slow and painful one. It's gonna take forever before anything happens, and there it finally goes. And he's gonna rift out as well. Let me take this time to just mention that if you're new to Starbow, you should definitely check it out on starbowmod.com. We have a ladder system there, but if you're afraid of laddering, just join the ladder anyway, because it's very easy just to play casual games on the ladder as well. Just the ladder chat server is where everyone hangs out, so you can just ask for games there. It's really nice and easy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do suggest, like, if you're gonna be trying out Starbow, it's a really fun game, and just try it with your friends. It's probably one of the best way to do it. Just get a friend, be like, hey, let's try out the Starbow thing. You'll both be new. You both get to learn a new thing together. That's probably one of my favorite ways to learn.
True. And if you don't have a friend, then I'm
We got
sorry.
lots of friends here at Starbow. We've got lots of friends here
That's true.
for
We
you.
got lots of friends on starbowmod.com. Just say I need friends,
True.
and you'll get new friends.
Just go and be like, I love Starbow, it's the best. And they'll be like, hey, we
You'll
like
get
you.
Tons of friends. over
Instant
there.
exception.
Yeah, you'll get tons of
You want
friends.
to be accepted? Do you want to be one of the cool kids? Just say you like Starbow in the Starbow chat. Done? You will
Definitely.
be instantly awesome and cool. This has turned out to be quite the lengthy game. Dirtybag's got his third base up with his nice siege tank spread, getting the turret ring going on.
Wonkman
Keeps
catching
trying to make these vulture run-bys. This one not looking like it's going to be all that successful.
a lot of mines
Got
going
some
off
big
of
hits
those-
with the mine, but it's not going to be enough to actually kill anything off. Whoa!
Oh,
my
huge
god.
drop going in from Dirtybag here. And this might actually do a lot of damage. I like how Dirtybag is staying so aggressive. Like, he knows that you know, Protoss is kind of like the Zerg in this matchup. If you just let him stay on many bases, they're just going to run you over. And he needs to do stuff just to stay in the game. And he's going to... It's very easy map to drop on, just to go from one base to the other. Easy peasy.
Really
peasy.
nice positioning, a lot shorter distance on air than it is on ground. He'll be able to drop off, kill these Dragoons pretty easily. Is he going to siege up? Dragoons being dropped out, a really nice move to take account of that distance being shorter by air.
Oh, and I like these.
He's in a pretty nice position though.
Yes, and I love these vultures in the meantime trying to head over to the third base. He drawn the whole army back to the mains, and these vultures now are just going to fire on gateways if he micros them a little bit now. Unfortunately, that didn't work as well as he could have.
A lot of cannons over there though. Going to be tough for the vultures to get into too much damage.
Wonkman has a very nice setup there.
Yeah, absolutely. Really nice building placement there for defense.
If you look at the vision of Wonkman, you see that he sees like a lot of stuff going on with those observers, so he's got some nice coverage there. Did Dirtybag just kill a siege tank? I don't know. Anyhow.
Yeah, the observer in general has been probably my favorite unit, which sounds kind of funny because like, oh, you don't really do anything with the observer. It's just, to me, makes Protoss so cool. You get this scout that's invisible and it flies around. I just think it's awesome. Like,
And in
just having that knowledge, like, it's better than creep.
Yeah, and in Starbow you can even... okay, anyway, I'm not going to talk about that right now because Dragoons are
He's
just going to
making a big move
sacrifice...
into a concave with lots of siege tanks. I think it's a big mistake. He is going to fall back, but not before sustaining some losses. Really nice siege tank positioning. This observer going to go down as well.
Yeah, but I was...
And he knew that. See, that's what kind of messes me up, right? He walks into this choky area. He's got a huge arc of siege tanks, and he knew it because he could see him with the observer. You know, I suppose in that kind of situation, you think you have overwhelming forces and you can push through, but underestimating the power of siege tanks proves to be a fatal error.
Wonkman could catch a lot of units here, though, but they did siege up in time. Dragoons did not close in the distance, and I think he needs to... No, that's a lot of Dragoons.
Talk about overwhelming force. He's got the concave and the force this time. He's going to bust through this tank line without too much of a problem. Reinforcements aren't going to happen. There's a giant SCV train that will hopefully get by before it's noticed. No, the observer knows everything, and he's going to be able to get into this base without too much trouble. Only 5 siege tanks down here now, and that's a lot of Dragoons. They are clustered up a bit, so it might be enough. None of the siege tanks firing. Those back siege tanks look like they're a little bit too far back, actually.
Yeah, he's losing so many Dragoons, so this is not a very cost-effective engagement for Wonkman, and he chooses to move back, which I think is smart. Maybe he could have sent in a couple of zealots, but he didn't really have any. It's kind of hard to do when you don't have them. It's like maybe...
Yeah, you know, I've always found it difficult to send in zealots when I don't have any. Yeah. You know?
Send in the carriers once they're done, after you get the starports out. Oh, carriers on this map would be amazing, by the way.
Why is that?
Because they can, like, skirt through the edges and just snipe off base after base with using the dead space and, like, how the bases are situated. Oh, and storm drop, I think. Something happened in that base.
This is crazy. I didn't even realize it. Every single mineral line is facing, like, dead space, pretty much, or facing the edge of the map.
So, like, and also carriers just got, you know your good friend December Scum, he just...
I do.
The wizard just fixed the carriers so they micro like they do in Bird War now.
Yeah, that's it.
And that is...
God, what a perfect timing. Everything just got on siege. This is his chance to move in. Here comes the siege. Is he going to move out of position before he gets blasted to hell? No, blasted to hell he does get done. That was a little bit rough. Really nice position. He could have got out of range of that blast to hell, but he did not. In the meantime, he is pushing out.
He was like on his checklist. There were things to do, and now it's done. Oh, he's going to catch a science vessel. That's really nice. But Wonkman has been trading very ineffectively.
We have a big counter push coming in. He's deciding to react to this by pushing out with all of the siege tanks? Almost all of the siege tanks.
Losing even more Dragoons. He needs to go back, but he needs to reinforce his siege tanks with vultures. Like, if he gets a lot of zealots to the siege tanks, he can just drop them on top, and they can just... This is a very expensive army. And here is the dropship, and it is full of zealots. No, full of High Templars. Even better, if he can get some zealots in there first, he can storm the siege tanks, but he's gonna storm drop instead, I guess. Don't change the mission plan. Stick with it.
Absolutely. The Zealots are doing really well. We've got a nice siege tank spread out here.
Unfortunately, he lost the entire work reserve full of High Templars. In the meantime, mosquitoes are trying to bite me. I'm trying to fend them off by having a little personal battle with myself. And another
really nice storm going on there. Managed to pull it out. In the meantime, we have siege tanks absolutely destroying this base at the south, expanding to the north in response to that.
Yeah, Dirtybag is slowly getting into this game. This is a really, really interesting game. It's been kind of hard to see who's been ahead or not, but Wonkman lately has made some poor decisions when it comes to engagements, and I think he's suffering from that now. 6 siege tanks going to be dropped straight into the main base, going to be sieged up before the units can close in. Nicely pulling the probes in time, though.
Nice position.
He did pull most of them out in time, though, so that was nice, but he did take some casualties, and picks them up with siege mode because of that upgrade, and he can go straight to the next base and be annoying. Man, he really
lots of siege tanks dropped, lots of being in good position. He's positioned down the south area, not moving forward with any of these siege tanks, though, spending his positioning, his micro, and all that on this drop situation.
Dropship's OP. Okay, so yeah, these siege tanks just staying idle, like you said, and but man, Dirtybag is, if he's not doing too much damage, he's making sure Wonkman feels very like locked in his bases and feels very stressed. And in the meantime, Dirtybag is maxed.
Yeah, absolutely. The supply advantage has been huge for Dirtybag the past 5 minutes or so, and he's managed to keep that up with very cost-efficient engagements.
And knock.
He's got the torch here.
He's gonna get right to the front door.
Would be really nice to have. Wonkman needs every little advantage that he can get, but oh no, he's out.